Hi guys, I'm Nash again from Ram and Nash Insights. Thank you so much for your support for the past video that we did. We nearly coming to 500 views. Thank you so much for the support and subscribers. Thank you so much. So today we have another story to share with you all. This is by one of our subscribers. He actually emailed us his encounter while he was a teenager, when he was 16 years old. But right now he's about 50, in his late 50s right now. So this is how the story goes right now. So this person, his name is Simon, and he used to stay in Teban Gardens. And actually right now we are in Teban Gardens right now, just to feel the experience of how it was back then. And we went to the reservoir, Pandan Reservoir, because that's where it all started in the story. So let's move on to the story right now. So back then Simon was 16 years old and he was a very athletic person, I would say. He used to go running, he used to go cycling. He's very sporty basically. He's into all kind of sports and all that. So he imagine that he's quite fit and masculine body and all that. So every day after school he would actually come back home, do his homework, take a short nap. Then later on in the evening, about 5-6, he usually goes for a run or a cycle. So in this particular weekday, I believe it's a Wednesday or Tuesday, he took a nap, but then he overslept. He woke up at 7. So since sunlight was down, and he decided to let's go for a cycle. So he took his bike, he went to Pandan Reservoir to go for a cycle, because Pandan Reservoir, if I believe, it's about 6.6 kilometers to be exact. So he normally goes the whole circle around Pandan Reservoir. So when he started cycling, back then in the 1980s, it used to be like muddy, sandy road. The terrain is like terrain. It's not like right now. Today we visited Pandan Reservoir. It's full of gravel right now. It's been upgraded. So when he was cycling, he noticed that there's benches along Pandan Reservoir as well. So every 100 meters there's a bench. Every 100 meters there's a bench, and it's not well lit like right now. Back then it's like very poor lighting, and then the lights from the industrial estate all will actually flash into the Pandan Reservoir. So he started cycling, and he noticed that there was this Batik lady. She was seated in one of the benches. She was wearing Batik. So we don't know who it was, so we're going to call her as Batik lady for now. So he started cycling, and then after the bench, when he was approaching the next bench, she appeared there again. So he thought maybe my eyes are playing tricks with me, so never mind. So immediately he started cycling even faster, because he got the grips, I guess. So, and then what happened was his bike slipped. I believe there was muddy terrain or what. He slipped, and then he fell on the sand. And he woke up. He went to the nearest bench beside him, wiped off this sand on all that. He had a few abrasions and stuff. So he decided, okay, that's it. I can't do the full circle. So he decided to go back home. So the moment he went to his flat, because normally these 3-room flats in Teban Gardens, how it's been constructed is that it's like a rectangular block, and then there's one lift in this corner and the other lift on the other corner, and there's only 3 passageways in the entire block. If let's say this lift spoils, they're going to take this lift, and people staying in this floor, they have to go up to wherever the passageway is to go to their flat in this room. So apparently lift B was spoiled, so he had to go to lift A. He went up to one of the passages, which I believe was 4, 8 and 12. So he went out to the 8th floor and went through the passage, and then he noticed that there was a girl standing at the corridor by the passageway, wearing batik as well. So it kind of triggered him, like, hey, wasn't it like the same girl that he saw in the reservoir? And he said, okay lah, maybe it could be his neighbor or what, so let it be lah. So he went back home, showered, had dinner, and went to sleep. Next day, he went to school. So when he went to school, his friends started seeing some changes in him. He started behaving very femininely. He started walking very femininely because he's a masculine boy, very sporty guy as well. But suddenly his movements were all like very feminish. So the friends started joking with him and all that. Hey, why are you behaving so like woman like that? What's wrong with you? He said, no, I'm fine. Oh, okay. Then recess time. Normally his favorite food is wonton mee lah. But that day he went and bought food from the Indian Muslim shop. He had nasi lemak lah. I mean, who doesn't eat nasi lemak in Singapore? Everybody eats nasi lemak. So the friends all saw, hey, okay lah, maybe today he wanted a different taste, but today wanted to be nasi lemak, so let it be nasi lemak lah. Alright then, so then after recess, they went back to class. So when he's seated in the classroom where the windows are actually facing the expressway. So while the teacher was teaching, he kept on looking at the expressway. So the teacher noticed that, hey, Simon, why are you not concentrating in my lesson right now? And he said like, no, because there's a lot of chickens running on the expressway. So, and then the best part was, he spoke to her in a very strong Malay, which normal local Malays don't use that kind of accent. So she like, okay, the teacher was like, okay, never mind, close the window. And she told him to wait outside the class because that's the normal punishment in secondary school back there. They'll ask you to go and stand outside the class as a punishment. So Simon went and stand outside the classroom. So the teacher decided to go down to see a Malay teacher. They call it Cikgu. So she told the Malay Cikgu, hey, this boy Simon, his second language is Mandarin, but he's talking to me in Malay. So the teacher, the Cikgu, decided to go up and confront Simon, what's wrong with him and stuff. The moment Cikgu went there, they started talking in Malay. Simon started talking in Malay. Cikgu started talking in Malay, and then teacher turned around and told the other teacher saying that I think this boy is possessed. So let's get the mom to come over and bring him back home to be safe. Alright. So the teacher went down, made a call to the mother. Mother came down. Mother saw Simon. Simon was like still same feminishly walking and like and he didn't want to go back home. So the mom somehow or other managed to bring him back home, and the moment they about to enter their house, Simon became normal again. So the mom was like, hey, this boy is like behaving very, very strangely. What's wrong with him? So they waited for the father to come back afterwards. So the mom told whatever she saw in the school and whatever teachers said. So the dad said, okay, tomorrow let's bring him to a temple. So the moment they got off from the taxi, they were about to enter the temple. That's when Simon actually froze. He didn't want to take another step into the temple, and then he started screaming, Tamaso, Tamaso, Tamaso. So after hearing this, people from the temple inside, I believe the helpers inside, they came running out and they saw that this boy is being possessed. So they immediately carried him, brought him into the altar, put a circle with chalk and made him sit inside the circle. And that's when the Tanki came. As for the millennial kids, Tanki is actually a Hokkien name for a priest or a medium who actually gets possessed with guardian gods and stuff. Which is very, very famous back then in the 80s, and I believe there's still some people doing that right now in Singapore as well, Malaysia and Indonesia and stuff. So when the moment Tanki started talking to Simon, to the possessed guy, as usual, Tanki cannot speak Malay, so the mum has to actually translate whatever Simon is saying in Malay and then to Mandarin, and so that's when they come to a conclusion where the spirit doesn't want to leave Simon's body, because she's saying that, oh, I cannot leave his body because he's too handsome and he's young and I want him and I want to bring him back with me. But Tanki is saying, no, you have to leave his body. It's not right for you to actually go into somebody's body and take his life by. It's not right. So they come to a conclusion. The Batik lady, she says that I want a life. Okay, let it be as it is. Tanki says, okay, no problem. I'll give you a life, but you must promise me you must leave the body. He said, yes, I will leave provided you give me a life. So what happened next is Tanki actually does a small talisman. He wrote some stuff on a paper, wrap it like a small triangle and put it into his pocket. The moment he put it into his pocket, Simon fainted and he didn't know what was happening. He was quite shocked to see that he was actually inside a temple, sitting in a circle and stuff. So that's when the Tanki actually called the mom and said, okay, tomorrow when you come back to the temple, get me a live fish. And also, yeah, I forgot this part as well. The Batik lady actually even asked for hairpin, Batik cloth and flowers. I believe she had long hair, so that's why she wanted pin for bun and stuff. So Tanki told the mom, get all these items and see us tomorrow in the temple again. So after that, Simon was pretty normal, and Tanki told that do not remove the talisman from him at any point of time. So the next day they went back to the temple again. He was made to sit in the circle again, and this time round when the talisman was removed, the Batik lady came onto his body again, and then when she saw the life that they mentioned was actually a fish, a big koi fish, and she was really pissed off. She started screaming and yelling and cursing in vulgarity and stuff, saying that I wanted a human life, why are you giving me a fish? And Tanki said, you wanted a life, right? I'm giving you a life, but you never mentioned what kind of life you wanted. You just wanted a life, right? So yeah, this is the thing you have, this is the life you get, and you leave the body now. So as promise has been made that you want a life, and she accepted it, she has to leave the body. So the moment the rituals were done, so at the end where the Batik lady leaves Simon's body and then he goes into the fish, and then the father had to go to the nearest canal or a train or what to release the fish so that the spirit can go off peacefully. And then also the Batik lady said that the batik and the pins and the flowers, please put it at Pandan Reservoir, at any of the benches. I'll come and take them myself. But she also said that I will promise to leave this boy alone, but I won't promise that I will not leave Pandan Reservoir. So yeah, as agreed, Simon got released from the spirit, and they went back home. So right now we actually don't know whether the Batik lady is still in Pandan Reservoir or not. That's for me to know, for you guys to find out. So again, thank you so much, Simon. Like I said, Simon is actually just a name, but then he's actually completely anonymous. So Simon, thank you so much for the email, and subscribers do subscribe to us, watch our videos. Thank you so much for your support. See you in another horror story again. Good night.